Okay, welcome back to Perdido Key Gaming. Today we're going to do some Magic the Gathering stuff again, of course. It's been a wonderful 2 days out here on Perdido Key with a couple of different storm systems, or whatever you want to call it, rain events rolling through. So at least I didn't have to spend too much money on watering the lawn in the past couple of days. So it's very nice. Everybody loves that. Today what we got is a little something from Amazon anyway, but basically sold by Star City Games. This is the gold collection, 1,000 assorted. I don't know what makes it gold. It's anyway, but yeah, I picked up a couple of these just to see what's in them, and for somebody who missed out on a lot of the I was overseas and missed out on a lot of Magic the Gathering stuff. So basically, going through some of these boxes are pretty good for old stuff. Some of them are not so good. I imagine as time goes by that, the selection of older cards to, kind of fill in people's little common and uncommon slots, the cheap stuff. Yeah, for these, you are never, ever, ever going to find anything, good. There's, on the off chance, you'll probably find some card that got missed that might be worth $1 or something like that, but otherwise, you're not going to find anything. Unless you're filling in something for, your vintage deck or something like that, or, anything modern or anything like that. But yeah, when you buy these, I would recommend, buying one and waiting a week and buying another one if you want to buy another one. Because I noticed a couple of times that if you buy one of these and two of them at the same time, you get a lot of duplicates. But yeah, I think we'll go through this and take a look. There's a pile of rares in here, pile of foil rares, but again, you will never find, in a whole chunk of land, but you will never find anything super expensive, Looks like this is going to be the, your foil rare pile right here. Like I said, nothing crazy, especially Kari, Corrupted Graftstone, and nothing really, from way back in the day, whenever the cat's back. But you get, I forget how many of these you get. You get, it's Marley. See, they're already, coming with Throne of Eldraine. So, yeah, you get 5 of these foils. Probably, what, 20 or so rares. You get them mirrored in, the bulk stuff like that. But it's, really kind of basic, Valiant Knight. Lots of Commander stuff. You'll find lots of Commander stuff. And it really depends on the box, whether you're going to get anything that's fairly anything beyond, 2,000, really. You're not going to, accidentally stumble upon anything that's, beta or anything like that. It looks like about 25 rares, maybe. And then, of course, you get a selection of, you got them packed tight in there. You get a selection of foils. I think it's, some of the 25 sounds about right. 25 foils, you know, of the usual, you know, the usual suspects. And then, of course, you know, your, move this real quick. And your usual suspects, you know, if you're, looking to fill in your collection, that's probably one way to do it. Or if you're, you know, if you're got one of those, get your list together and go over to one of the big shops online and just do it that way. You know, you can do that. I do that myself. You know, buy commons, buy uncommons that I know I don't have. You know, but yeah, nothing of real huge. Mostly gonna be in the modern pioneer. I don't want to say cycle, but era. You know, but like I said, you're never, ever, ever going to go through these and find something insane. And so you may ask yourself, how did I get here? No. You may ask yourself, well, what the heck do you do with these, you know, if you've already got a ton, you know, of cards? Well, you know, you could just pile them all up and sell them for $1, you know, to your local game store or something like that, which is entirely possible. A lot of people might find enough cards in here because they're, I mean, in reality, there's very few duplicates unless you, you know, buy a couple of boxes. But, you know, you could probably put together some sort of pioneer, budget pioneer type thing, which I enjoy doing because you know, like I said, I don't have much experience with deck building and stuff like that, but it's really fun to try to see if something matches up with something, make a cool combo, and you know, not net deck or anything like that. But yes, the usual suspects, as you can probably see, it's mostly just stuff, you know, modern pioneer, stuff like that. Yeah, you'll probably find lots of hour of destruction and or hour of devastation. Geez. And Amaket, because I think they got printed way out of whack. Maybe they were trying to make up for the, you know, those invocations that they put in there, and you know, more people could get invocations and stuff. But yeah, you're not going to find anything. I haven't seen my pile of lands yet. I wonder if I went right past that, but it might be on the other side of the box. Kamigawa, you know, but I can see that there's, you know, not very many of the old things. There's some, you know, you got your legions, you know, once in a blue moon. But yeah, otherwise that's, you know, kind of it about this. Goes for $25 on Amazon if you you know, keep looking around for it. Sometimes I actually, I think during this whole situation, people being sick thing, they had dropped the price down to $17 at one point, or $18. So, you know, if you want to build up your collection or fill in some blanks and things like that, well, go ahead and do that. But I'm gonna, I'll tell you right now, sorting all these cards, 1,000 cards, or, you know, 2,000 cards or something like that into piles by, yeah, you better not have your cats around, because the cats love piling up on stuff that's being, well, piled up. So, yeah, it'll take you a while to go through all these cards. Well, that's probably a, yeah, that's believe that's Chronicles. It might be Chronicles. Yeah, I think so. Oh. Yeah, like an example of how random this can be. I've opened a couple of these, like I said. The last box I opened from Star City Games, the Gold Collection, had about 75 of the cards were Ice Age. Yeah. So that's kind of neat to look through those old things, and you know, they're very rarely will you see one that's been damaged. You know, whoever does it, I think they do a great job. You're not going to really see anything that's beat up or anything like that. But I think from a big company like that, the chances of anything being counterfeit is pretty slim. I personally think. Yeah. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you've got $20 to blow on 1,000 just basic 1 to 2, 3 cent, 4 cent, 5 cent cards. I'd do it. Might be on the other side, but there's a lot more craziness, but I seriously doubt it. There's 1,000 cards in there. Like I said, there's a bunch of lands somewhere in here, usually at the very beginning or very end, but none of the lands are really going to be crazy either. You're not going to run into something where they gave you, 80 lands from Urza's or anything like that. So, don't count on anything like that. I'm almost certain that a company like that has a sorting process that will ensure that nothing gets through, nothing gets through that might actually be worth anything. I mean, just makes sense, right? Anyway, hope you enjoyed this sampler of Star City Games Gold Collection. Like I said, to give you some, they give you a stack of rares, they give you a stack of foils. Nothing's really worth anything. It'll fill in your collection though, but you're not going to fill in your whole collection. Maybe if you're collecting one-offs, it'll work you that way. But that's about it. If you like it, hit like. If you want to subscribe, hit subscribe. Thanks to everybody that has subscribed. And we're going to keep these going for, until you get bored, I get bored, or something untoward happens.